Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Leonardo Simple G, this time with a Dauntless video. Now, I know some of you may have read the title and you're like, a support slayer, is there even such a thing? Well, actually, no there isn't. Slayers are all about, giving the maximum amount of damage to behemoths and kill them as fast as you can. But because this is a co-op game and because you sometimes are in squads, I have this build, just lying around just in case sometimes it's needed. Now, I can do pretty much everything just solo in the game except Heroic Plus. I can do Heroic Plus, but it just takes so long. I don't like it. But sometimes, you find yourself in a difficulty and you find, sometimes you're matchmake with players that really aren't that good, or maybe take the wrong weapons, or maybe they're leveling up or whatever, and you get killed a lot. So I developed this support slayer build in order to help me with that. Escalation, and particularly Umbra escalation, is one such case. A lot of players have already completed, but players that are coming into the game right now, or maybe they've been away or now are coming out from vacation, are starting to do it. So you get this mixed match of sometimes players who are really high rank and who can just pile through them really easy, and other players aren't really that high rank and they're having trouble doing it. So I decided to take my support slayer build to the Umbral escalation, and it worked. It really did. I don't remember in this one if anyone even died. Now, I can't say exactly it's because of my build, because I haven't seen other people's build, but what I can say is that I've tried 3 times before and the 3 times before, somebody died. One of them we didn't even complete the run. So yeah, I find this build to be quite useful sometimes. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to be helping out other people, so they just want to do everything by themselves, and that's okay. But this is the build I have. So I use conduit because as you hold your lantern, as you hold your lantern, or as you use your lantern hold, some of those, it gives you 50% speed to all allies. I use cunning, which increases my crit chance by 10% and my crit damage by 30%. I use Guardian. Guardian is really cool because it allows you to apply 60% of your shields to your nearest ally. I don't know if it's really just the nearest ally or the ally that most needs it, but it says the nearest ally, so I'll go with that. I go, of course, with Iceborne because in escalation, if you don't take Iceborne, you're just spending potions over again. It's not really useful to just rely on Aether Vents for that. So Iceborne is always one of those things. I take Medic, of course. I'm supporting. It is a support build. So Medic allows you to revive faster. It gives you 67% faster revive. It also heals the ally with 40% more energy. Extremely useful especially if they already spend all their revives. And in doing so, it gives a 300 shield to the ally that you revive, which is extremely useful. Because if they're weak players, if they already spend all their revives, they need all the help they can get. Lastly, I use Fortress, and Fortress builds up a shield when you take no damage. Now, this is really complicated in most hunts, but in escalation, because you have that, time between one platform, maybe one platform and the other, you can use it very well. But you have time to build up your shield between those 2 platforms, or those 2 hunts or fights. Lastly, the weapons that I'm using. Now, right here, I'm using Radiant Strikers from Rezakiri. They're not the best for a support build, but because I was doing overall escalation, I had to take something that would, increase damage, and this was the best bet. If you're really keen on, having a build that is fully supportive, then I suggest you take the Skarn Strikers. It can be any weapon of Skarn really, because up to a point it also releases health hordes that attach or that help the slayers who have the lowest health. I think that's how they work. So Skarn Strikers are really good in that build. Also in this build I'm using, of course, the Skarn Lantern. Again, more shields, this time with the tap, but with the hold it gives me a shield of stones that does damage over a certain area if I'm close to the behemoth. That also helps. It's a kind of balance offense and defense, especially when they have if Boreas has his bats flying around, if there are 2 behemoths, especially you're hitting one and the other one is attacking from behind. This will give you a little bit more of that I can say, damage, a little bit more equilibrium in both fronts. So it's really cool. Lastly, I just want to say that I know that Phoenix Labs is reworking cells. You know, they're looking into cells and how they work and how they interact, and they're kind of taking a look at it. So if anyone from Phoenix Labs, or if anyone can pass along this message to them, it would be that create a cell that works like vampiric potion. You know, vampiric potion, once you take it, I'm not using it here in particular, but I have used in this support build before, because vampiric potion, what it does is for each damage that you do, you give life to yourself and to allies. It's a little bit like Iceborne, but it works for the entire squad. So I really hope that in the future they develop this cell. They develop this as a cell in the game. It will be really useful to have. You know, that way not everybody has to carry Iceborne and in these hunts like most of us do. So, you know, as long as one person has the Iceborne, the others can have, you know, damage or crit or anything like that, and that will be really helpful. Helpful for support builds, helpful for squads, and helpful for hunts. So, yep. Please enjoy the video. This is just the playthrough of the Umbrella escalation I did with this support build. I don't think anybody died. Like I said, I can't say it's all me, but it certainly, I feel that it certainly helped. The build is at the end of the video if you want to see it. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and as always, have a great game, guys.